All right, let me talk to these guys. Okay, how's it going? My name's Justin. I'm the coach here. I've been coaching here for 2 decades now. We have a good team. I think my topic today is some competitive drills. Just a little bit about how we play. It's a little bit like Craig. I'm a big motion offense guy. Actually, there's only a handful of guys that kind of go motion offense. In the North, I think it's just Craig and myself. You can watch our teams play. A lot of it sometimes it goes to dribble drive. Some of it's motion offense. Our big thing is create the advantage and keep the advantage. Okay, so we're trying to teach our guys how to play and kind of get the closeouts, get each other open, keep the ball moving. Okay, we play Craig in the beginning of the year because to play against what he just showed you guys, you got to be on point. So it's good if you have a chance to control of your schedule and you can play a team that's a motion offense team in the beginning of the year. I think it's really good. It allows us to kind of be on point because you got to be able to communicate. You're chasing guys around. The other thing that kind of separates us is we press. So we're pressing for 40 minutes, and we're the only team that does that in the state at the level that, for 40 minutes. If we get up big on some guys and I like them, we'll pull it off. But if I don't like them, then we'll keep it on. Okay. Our practices, I think one of the biggest things you have to have is our practices they're dog fights. They're super, super competitive. It starts from when they walk in the door, right? These guys are going to be half asleep walking in here. I'm going to show you some of the drills that we do that anybody can use. It doesn't matter what offense, what defense, and then some of these drills that we do, I'll tailor them. I'll ask, a coach here, what kind of offense do you run? What kind of screens do you set? We'll tailor it to that, okay? One of the first drills that we do, we'll do this once a week. We have a lot of things like this, it's just a warm-up drill, and it's passing. One guy's going to go with a bounce pass. The other guy's going to go with the chest pass, right? The first group to screw up, 5 burpees. The next group, 10 burpees, okay? And the coaches are sitting in the middle. We're talking crap to these guys. We're saying bounce pass, chest pass. We're trying to confuse them. It's kind of fun. But right away, if they screw up on this and they're not awake, then they just get pulled off, and then the next group goes, and they're doing burpees on the side. So let's go. Go ahead. Go down. That group over there is going to screw up. Chest pass, guys. Chest pass. Chest pass. So when they get down to the other side, whoever was a bounce pass, the other guy's got to change it. Let's go. Chest pass, guys. There it is. Gone. Go. Boom. 10 burpees. Let's go. Boom. Done. Go. Okay. Bounce pass. Bounce pass, guys. Bounce pass. Stop right there. Stop right there. So again, this is just a super easy drill. It wakes them up. It's kind of fun. You can kind of talk crap during it. They know if they get in trouble, they're doing burpees. So this is how we'll start, again, just once a week. And then we'll switch it up. We'll do something else. But as soon as they get on the court, it's basically, there's a consequence if you screw up. Okay? Something's going to be competitive, or there's a consequence if you screwed up right off the bat. And I think that's really important if you want to have a very competitive team. They can't just walk in the door and, it's going to take 30 minutes till we start playing. We put something, we'll start with the shooting, and somebody will be a loser, and we'll get on the line and start running, okay? The next thing we'll do is we'll do like a 3-man weave series, okay? I showed this last year. I really like this. This is a good warm-up. And what we're going to do is, on the first pass here, So if there's any foot violations in this, right, any foot violations in this, that group's off, they do go burpees. So they're really trying not to come in, they're trying to come in and be really dialed in. When this guy gets the ball right here, his first thing is a ball fake down. Because we press, we want that ball fake because we want to move the defense over there. And ideally, to break the press, we got to get over to that quadrant. And we got to move the defense back and forth. So this is kind of just how we start our practices. And you'd be amazed of how many guys, especially these guys, get to our level. They really can't make a left-hand layup off the right foot. So we spend a lot of time with that because they're, you know, these guys are, they've just imposed their power to get to this point. And they've just, they'll go onto the right side of the court, on the left side, and they'll do a power layup with their right hand. And so what we have to do is we don't count any of those things. If a guy makes a left-hand layup, right-hand layup on the left side, we never count it. We don't count any of that stuff. They have to do it correct, just like they would do in a game, because it's going to get blocked in a game by someone really good. But in this kind of stuff too, we're just teaching footwork. They're using the ball fakes, and like I said, just getting the skip pass. I mean, some of these guys look strong, but their skip passes go and they hit somebody in the feet. So let's go one time down. Everybody, one time down. V cut to get open, V cut to get open. So we're just looking at their feet right now for foot violations. Usually most of the foot violations come on the catch or on the takeoff. So we're looking for that right now. And again, if Jalen right here makes a mistake, boom, then all three of those guys have burpees. So they're all dependent on each other. Let's go back down. Go ahead, back down. V cut to get open. V cut in, V cut in. Good, good, good. Come to the ball. Good. Good. Whatever you want. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, next one. So we'll go through a little series here. And the next one we'll do is setting up our cuts, right? I watched the Santa Rosa team. He didn't kind of go over it, but they're setting up every single cut, bringing their guy down, standing him up, coming off a screen. So we have to work on that too, or else there'd just be a ton of interchanges here. So let's go next round. So now they're setting up the cut. Nick's going to set up the cut over there. Boom, come off, and we'll exaggerate it. So we got that skip pass again. Okay, next group, let's go one time down. A little stronger there, buddy. Okay, stop right there. So we'll go down and back on that series. Just an easy warm-up series. Now the last one we do in this series is we're going to hit the middle guy now. He's going to reverse pivot and hit opposite. Again, this kind of goes into breaking a press, right? We want to go and get that ball from one side to another to move that defense. Go ahead. So they'll set the screen, and now they'll hit the middle guy. He'll come to a jump stop. He'll reverse pivot out of it. Just working on that footwork of catching and none of the baby steps that might get us a travel. Okay, stop there, guys. Good, good. And again, those are just 4 different warm-ups, right? 4 different little warm-up things. You'll know who's dialed in. You'll know who's asleep. If a guy has 2 turnovers in the first, that takes 6 minutes in practice. He's going to get jammed up. You're slowing us down kind of deal. So it's just easy non-contact. The other thing with that first one, when they're going side to side, kind of warms up all in here, just so we don't have to do a bunch of slides, and because we get into our defense pretty quick. The next warm-up drill we'll do, and this is competitive, we'll go, okay, we're going to go to 10, okay, on touch and go to 10. The ball's not going to, you guys warmed up in the middle? The ball's not going to hit the ground on this one, and now we're just we're working on passing ahead, okay? So you're going to pass, and then you got to get that rebound, James. Okay, start again, okay? Good. Now you guys got it? All right. So the middle guy, ball cannot hit the ground. So this is a team drill. Now they're kind of warmed up. We usually go to 12, but let's just see what it looks like. Come on, Nick. They don't have to take it out. Left hand on the left side. Good. Communicate, good. Good, 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 good. Left hand, Nick, let's see it. Good, 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 good. Okay, good, good, good. So they're pretty dialed in, right? Sometimes that drill, they might have to do that 5 different times, okay? But that's how we kind of start this thing, okay? So we just went through 1, 2, 3, about 4 or 5 warm-up little scenarios that we do. Then what we'll do is, and I don't know if you guys have a secondary break. We never run a secondary break. We're kind of like Craig. We kind of just get into our offense. But what we'll do is just to kind of, again, keep the passing. A lot of this stuff is just working on that passing in the beginning of practice. Let's get 5 guys out here that know the 5-on-0 series. 1, 2, 3, Nick, 4, Dom, 5. Okay, good. Got a good group here. Okay, so what we'll do is we have 15 guys. So we'll go through 3 of these groups. We'll put 1 minute and 50 seconds on the board. This actually, you can do anything you want with this series. Every guy's going to get a shot in this, okay? We just made this up just for passing and to play fast. The next group get 5 guys on. The next group will come on after these guys go to the last shot. So what we'll do is the clock will start when the ball comes out of bounds. And what they're going to do is they're going to go down here. They're going to pass it up, cross-court pass, reverse hand layup, 1 reverse layup on this side, reverse layup on this side. Okay, working on our reverse layups under pressure. Then we'll come down here and we'll take a 3-point shot, just a little action. Do we ever run this in a game? Never. We never run this stuff in the game. We could do this every single day. Very rarely does this happen in the game, but it's a good little shot to have in transition. We'll come back down here. We'll do a guard cross. That is something we do in the game if we can, especially with our bigs. Our bigs are pretty mobile. And then we'll do the last series. We'll throw it up. We'll get it inside. We'll skip it. We'll have a surprise ball screen and a flare screen for a 3. There's going to be 3 layups in this and 2 threes. 3 layups and 2 threes. They have to hit one of the 3s to get to 9 points. So we'll do it 3 times. 3 different groups get to go, and they have to get 27 points. That's what they are. So if they miss 2 threes, the next group has to make 2 threes. And then the third group just has to make 1 3. So we'll see what it looks like. Do you want to just do the clock, just get the score on this one? Just so they find it? Go ahead, run QB real quick and score it. All right, let's score. Boom. Okay, now we're on. Get up here. Boom. Reverse. So that's 2 points. Boom. So they're at 4 points. So we go ball screen pop. So they missed that. So now it puts a little pressure on the point guard to hit his last shot. They'll do a guard cross here. Okay, next group, get ready here. Goes right inside. Surprise ball screen. We will do that. Gets a flare. And this guy's got to hit it. Now they're on schedule. There we go. I think they only got 9. Oh, yeah, then 10, 11. Pressure. Pressure's on Jalen now. Now this guy's got to hit the last shot. Inside. Skip. Flare. Stop. That's all right. That's all right, guys. Stop right there. Good stop. So they're on track. They just have to hit one more 3 in the last group. But if one of these guys misses a layup, it's not good. So we'll go a minute 50, 3 groups. They got to get to 27. And it's just an easy. And again, in this thing, the reverse layup is just something that we say, okay, how do we, put a focus on a reverse layup in practice under pressure? That's what we did. Okay. The guard cross is something we use. The handoff to a pop, yeah, it might come up in our offense every once in a while. Not really. The inside, all that stuff. You can put anything you want into that thing. And you can change it any way you want. 5 guys get a shot. It's timed. The threes are pressure threes. Okay? So we'll do that. Next, as we'll go through here, probably in practice now, we're at a point where we'll break up and we'll do some competitive shooting. And then we'll go right into competitive posts. And they're very rarely do we just go through a series of, okay, go 2 moves, unless it's a day before the game and we want non-contact. The post guys actually have it hard. They will go and just play one-on-one. We do that every single day. The guards will do competitive shooting. And that'll be different every single day also. So Foley has about 100 drills on the top of his head. He does. My other assistant coach, Adam, that's their part of practice down there. Tom and I take the post guys. It's a battle. After we do that, then we start playing some offense with the advantage, okay? So the rest of our practice will be playing basically advantage and disadvantage until we get to the end. And literally, if you come to our practice, Coach Forsland comes 2 days a week. It's about 30 minutes of warm-up like this, and then it's an hour and a half of playing. And it's advantage. Like in this next drill, we'll set up for a transition game. Half you guys go white, half go black. Right now, I'm going to give the offensive advantage. And then in the next drill, I'll probably give the defensive advantage. And we'll go back and forth all practice long. Okay, let's go. So this drill is your continuous 3-on-2. Okay, but we're going to walk through here because we do it a little different. Let me see that ball right here. Let's get you up here. You're going to flatten the defense out, right? You know what to do? You're going to flatten the defense out when I give it to you. Okay. So we just teach the 3-on-2 a little different. Our big thing is, can this first guy, he's going to get the ball. Kenyon's going to get the ball right there. Kenyon, are you black? Kenny, you're white, so we need a black jersey on over there. Or no, who? Oh, you guys are going this way. Okay, so white's going this way. Okay, so let's say I'm going to start this thing going up the foot. James, let's get on. I'm James. I'll show you this. I'm going to outlet this thing. And Marcus is going to get this ball, and he's not going to have an advantage, right? Because he's going to have 2 guys in front of him, or at least 1 guy in front of him, okay? So how we do this drill is the guy who gets this rebound is on, right? We reward that guy. He's going to pass it up on the sideline, and then we want to pass this immediately over the midline. And we're going to trail. And Marcus's job is to draw a defender and create an advantage. So what he's doing is he's going to get Vito to guard him. And then we take our 3-on-2 and we create, you're me. And now Shane's right here. And now we have a 2-on-1 on this side. And we're just going to practice this all the time because we actually get a lot of 3-on-2 and 2-on-1s, okay? Now, our rules, James is a shooter. He's allowed to stay out there, okay? If you're not a shooter or you're a dunker, then you go right to the block. And then Shane has to make a decision, and it's one of these. If Marcus gets that ball, and this is a dunker, he's allowed to throw this lob. In the beginning of the year goes, I mean, this guy right there jumps higher than everybody. He has Kurt, raise your hand. He went to Reardon last year. 0 for 4 on lobs last weekend, right? 0 for 4. Tough weekend, right? But that's okay because we need him to catch those things in March, right? But what we don't want on this pass, and I think you don't want this in high school, is you don't want a bounce pass through here. You do not want this bounce pass. So Marcus is allowed to throw the lob to me, right? But we'd rather it go back there, okay? So let's just start down there. So this is how we play this game. We'll play the game to 12. If you have a turnover, you go to 0. If you have 2 turnovers, the game's over. So 1 turnover, it's to 0. 2 turnovers, the game's over. Okay, let's see what it looks like. They can get the rebound and tip it in. If they get the rebound, all they can do is sit. They can't come down. See, Rob should have gone to the basket. He's not a shooter. Rob, you got to go to the basket on that one, bud. Let's go. Too many passes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And so that counts because he caught it and he put it back in. If he comes down with it, doesn't count. Keep going, keep going. Shade. Keep going, keep going. Skip, skip. Draw the D. Let's go, let's go. So now the black team goes to 0 because he just turned the ball over. One more round. Okay, stop. Okay, good, 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 good. One of the things that's really interesting, you kind of see, and what we teach is we teach this first guy to really draw the defense out. Like really screw them up. Like you, even if you're not a shooter, in transition, this guy can draw him out, okay? We also want them to flatten the defense out. So this blue line, this is our dead zone, right? This is, and we put it so we can see it on film every day. We like getting the ball here in transition and getting it out because, especially in high school, a lot of defenders, when the ball's here and it goes out, they take this step back. They don't get out of it. So we don't play defense in here. If you're playing defense in the dead zone, you can have 1 foot in the dead zone, but we're up and in the lane. When this guy gets flat like this, one of our guys could just freeze dribble him, and then they got a hand off and they're going over the top. So again, so that's part of our offensive principle. So we want to work on that in this drill is get these guys down here. So they're not going full speed right now, but if they're going full speed and they get this thing here, you know, he'll bring them down here. He'll get them down here to get that thing out. And we'll do that constantly. And I'm telling you, you get that ball below this dead zone here, especially just in November, a lot of the defenders stay down there. They really do. And I mean, that's why we pound it in, and you get sometimes 2 defenders that stay down there. And, you know, we have very athletic guys that are super quick, it forces these closeouts, plus we have good shooters, so we like to do that a lot, is try to, that first guy is really important. We'll play a game, right? So that game was to 12, and black team had a turnover, white team got ahead, they won. Now white team, you get the ball again. They'll switch sides. Now switch sides. Okay? So now, this next game is the exact same kind of idea, but they can't dribble. There's no dribble in this game. Okay? Again, so it's a lot of passing in this to start us off. So now their ball fakes, what they'll learn is they'll learn how to move guys on a ball fake, and they'll move that bottom guy there 10 feet on some of these ball fakes, right? It's also working on, hitting open shots in transition, right? Because they can't dribble the ball. So they'll work really hard to get the right guy the shot, and some of these guys are really good at doing that. And a lot of times too, what this does is it kind of shows who can't shoot. So I don't really start defining shot selection until we start early, until maybe the end of September. I'll let a guy shoot himself out of this drill, and it's just like, so sometimes the team's like, come on, we can get better shots than that. What are you doing? Why are you taking, are we stupid? What are we doing here? So, Nick is a perfect example. Nick helps us in a lot of ways, but this isn't one of them. So he's a good ball fake guy, and he gets it to the next guy, okay? Let's see what this looks like. No dribble. And somebody's got to shoot, you got to give them a good pass. There you go. Let's go. Go get it. Ball fake. There we go. Communicate. So now they got to draw the guy with the shot fake. They can't dribble to the corner, so they got to really work on their shot fake. Ball fakes. Hit it. There we go. And they could still tip it in. Watch your foot. There it is. Okay, stop. So we'll play a game to 12, so now we're 2 games into it, right? And so usually what we do is we play a best out of 3. So sometimes I'll allow them to pick the 3rd game. I'll say, do you want to go back to a dribble game, or do we want to go 4-on-4? Usually 2 days a week we'll go 4-on-4. 2 days a week we'll go back and play that first game again, and now the losers run. Okay, so whoever loses this game, it's a 9-30. This next game now is going to be, so whomever won the last game, let's say black won the last game, okay? So give me 4-on-4 black jerseys, white jerseys. So this 50 to 60% of the time is the 3rd game, okay? Looks like you're on. Okay, you guys go like about 80%. Let's not go crazy. Okay, now, this game is no dribble. Okay, the only way they can dribble in this game is if the ball goes into the post, we'll reward them for getting that ball into the post. Or if Marcus steals and he's got like a straight line, like give it to him, and you go this way and I take it and there's nobody in front of me, we'll let him dribble that one. And on this one, we go down and back, right? So this is a great one. We do this a lot. Offensively, what are we working on? You got to get each other open now. Now you got to set up your cuts. Okay, now there's some pressure, okay? We won't do a 5-second call until maybe at the end of November. Right now, I'll just let them go and see who can get each other open, okay? You got to get separation from your defender in this one. You got to give this guy an option, okay? Defensively, here's the only problem with this thing, but it's okay, is we're basically working on, like, basically dead. Like the ball's dead, right? The ball handler picked it up. We're now totally denying everywhere we go. So that's what we're working. So your help defense comes a little unraveled at this part in practice, right? They're kind of on an island, but they're just working on, they're trying to get in the lane. It allows a guy to work on all the on-ball stuff of, keeping, getting a hand on the ball, live feet, active hands, all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's see what it looks like. So you guys ready? All right, ball's in, go. Take it out. Pressure, pressure. Okay, good, good, good. So black started with it. We'll play this game to 8. This one will be a little shorter. So now it's white ball. So they'll go down and back. Now it's white ball, and then subs will come in after this. Let's go. Nick, you got to get it in there. Good. No dribble. Go. Good. If the team gets a steal before the three-point line, I let them play back. Go. Ooh, close. Put that in, yes. So good, good, good. Stop here. I like that. I don't know how many of you guys film practice. Filming this right here and watching it over, you really see who can get somebody open, who's unselfish, who sets a screen. You also see who wants the ball. Some guys hide in this drill, which you got to get on and off the table really quick if you're going against a pressing team. And some guys, hey, they can really get separation, and it kind of you put it in your head and you're going, okay, if I get pressed at the end of the game, that's a guy that needs to be in there. He can get somebody open, he's completely tricky, and he gets separation, okay? So now what we'll do is the days that we don't do this one, we'll do a different one that's even more difficult. So now, white team, take off James. 1, 2, 3. Nick, take out the ball. Robert and Jalen, get on for Elliot and Kenyon. Okay, you guys off. Okay. 4 guys, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys are on defense. You 2 are on offense with Nick. So now we'll play 3 versus 4. And the 3 cannot dribble. The 3 guys cannot dribble until they get to 1 basket. Okay? This, you got to be prepared, because I've shown this to some high school coaches. This could end your practice, right? This is really difficult. My son's team did this at SI, and it was, I'm never doing that again. It's really difficult, right? It's total disadvantage for these guys. But I'll tell you what, you don't need a press break. If your guys can do this, you don't need a press break. We don't have a press break. This is what we do. And these guys, obviously, there's someone going to be running around setting someone running around trapping. And what I do is, if the ball gets white or black, if you get a steal before this 3-point line, you can go and you have the dribble. You can go. But if the ball gets below the three-point line, then we just stop down here if you get a rebound. And then what happens is white will go this way. We'll pull someone off from black. We'll add a white defender, and they'll go back and forth. We play this game to 2 baskets, okay? -1 if there's a turnover. -1 for a turnover. I'll be honest, sometimes we don't finish this game, okay? So this is a really difficult one. Let's see what it looks like. Good luck, Jordy. Let's see it. He can. Okay, stop. White, James on. Amari, you're off. So I'll take off a guy like Amari, number 21. I'll take him off of this when it's offensive. I'll put more pressure on these guys because I know Amari can just dribble through every single guy here. So we'll put the pressure on these guys, or I'll take like Kenny, why don't you take Jalen? Jalen, you're off. I'll always make sure that those guys get the most amount of reps, the guys that are a little shaky with the ball in decision making. Go. Get him, get him, get him. There it is, good. The ball got below the three-point line, or else I'd let you score that. Okay, does everybody get that? So that's a good one. That's a good one. So now they just got -1. And then what we'll do is this. When you get to 1 point, so Nick's team, he got the dunk, he's at 1 point, they can dribble once they get to 1 point. They can dribble. And what that does, and let's go back and let's do the dribble now. So Nick, you guys can dribble. Let's put Kirby out there with Elliott. You 3 off. James, stay on. No, James, you're off too. So now I'll allow these guys to dribble. We need one more black. One more black. Jalen, Vito off. So this is a good part of the drill too, because now in the beginning, somebody's going to try to dribble through 2 guys. They got to 1 point. It was really difficult to get to 1 point. They might have had to go negative. We might be 10 minutes into this drill. I don't care. This is like the best drill ever. And so now they get to 1 point. So one of these guys might say, you know what? I bet I can get through these 2 guys. They get the turnover. They're back to 1. There's no better way to teach not dribbling through 2 guys. Okay? You guys can dribble. Let's go. There it is. Stop. Good. Oh, you got it. That's good. And I like the fact, and we always reward the fact, that first pass, that was just those guys being sneaky. And like I said, one of the biggest compliments you can get as a basketball player is that guy's sneaky. And so those guys before kind of looked at each other like, they're asleep. We do it on the free throw line. We celebrate that stuff all the time. Okay? So, okay, that's good. I'm giving you a lot of just kind of drills that we do, competitive drills that we do. The next one that we're going to do is our shell drill with a total disadvantage. Okay, so let's get 4-on-4 out here. Let's get it spread out wide. Wide. Okay, now, so you got to be over here. You got to be on that, right in there. You got to be there. So you're going to touch the gray. You're going to touch out of bounds. You're going to touch out of bounds. Okay. So this is a game that we used to just play to a straight points, but now we add in, and you can add in whatever you guys value, right? Some teams force baseline. Some teams force middle, right? We force baseline. So if there is an over the top in this drill, the offense gets a point, okay? If there is and we'll switch it, if there's a post feed, we'll give an offense a post. We'll switch the rules every single time we play this. If we're playing against Craig's team, right? So in 3 weeks we play them, we'll say if there's a slip screen and a score, the defense gets -3 points. We'll put in whatever we want to change. We'll change the rules. A lot of the rules that we play early in the year are simple ones. Okay, double points for offensive rebounds. You get an offensive rebound, and you'd be amazed of the jump of attention level to get a wide open shot. Right? Black gets an offensive rebound. They're hunting for a 3 because they want to get 6 points out of this thing. Okay. We'll give these guys, if they get a clean stop, they get 3 points for a clean stop because I'm going to put them at a disadvantage right off the bat. And so how this works is we're going to move this ball around, and when I say go, right, this is total scramble, right? It's a total scramble, see it and fix it. And this is how we play, right? So if I say go, let's say the ball goes there, and I say go, Nick's got to touch the sideline. These guys got to figure this out. And there's going to be closeouts. And these guys know there's going to be closeouts, so they're going to try to go over the top on these guys. So in this game, we would play, let's just say, anything over the top is a point, offensive rebounds, and they score double points. Okay? Ready? Pass. 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 Go. Good, good, good. Switch it. Yeah. Pass. 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 Go. Fix it. Good. Switch. Do it again. Go. Good, 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 good. So we'll play a game usually to 40 points. This is the most we'll ever stay in the half court. This is the most, this drill right here is the most we stay down here. The only other drill we do in a half court that we just stay in half court is 3 stops in a row. So we'll go 3 stops in a row, and that, yeah, I hate doing it, but we have to stay in the half court. Everything we do is down and back. Every single thing we do is down and back. So, and a lot of guys get to handle the ball. You know, it kind of solves itself. You know, guys stop handling the ball out here. They start using their ball fakes. I let them work it out. We have the luxury of starting early, so we have that time for them to make a ton of mistakes, and we make a ton of mistakes. Okay, that's good. Any questions on any of the stuff that you just saw? I kind of went through this pretty quick. Any questions? Okay, so from this point in practice after this, okay, now it's all games, okay, and it's a different game. We're not going to play them all, but I'm going to go through a couple of them, okay. We'll play like games to like 7, and every day it's going to be different. Like on Monday, the first 2 games that we play to 7, you have to end with a stop. Then we'll go and we'll play a game that if there's a foul in the backcourt in the game, it's -3 points. If there's a turnover, you know, now that we've kind of played a couple games now, we'll say if there's a turnover by these 3 guys, you guys got to sub out and you got 50 burpees or something. So every single game will have something different. We usually play games at the end of practice to 9. First it's 7, then it goes the next week to 9, and then it goes to 11, and we'll go best out of 3 to best out of 5 to kind of bring up the ladder to, best out of 5, then to 7. So we'll do a lot of that, okay? So those are kind of the competitive drills that we do, okay? When Randy was talking to me, he says, hey, can you talk about the press? Can you talk about the press? So I do have some time here. I wanted to get through those because those kind of go for everybody else. Now I'm going to just kind of pivot. Is there any questions on that? Because I just want to show you just a little bit of a press that you guys can use. We do a lot of different pressing, but there's some good press that we do that anybody else can do. So we're done with the drills. Everybody's cool? Okay, let me get 3 guys out here in 2 guys up in nickel and 1 guy taking the ball out. 3 on 3. And let me get Kirby and Dom out there. Kirby and Dom over there. Up there on the corner. Dalen out here. Okay, so you're on offense, Okay, we'll put this up. Okay, so we got this press from Vance Wahlberg. This is it's a safe press that anybody can use. It can switch up some things. This is kind of our building block of a press. We start in this press, and then we have basically about 6 different alignments and rules that will do something different on each of them. So when you're pressing, guys will pick it up and they'll go, okay, well, they're chasing. So we'll chase for about 3 games, and then we'll trap eyes for 3 games, and then we'll chase, and then we'll switch the alignment up, and we'll keep going like that. Because when you trap eyes, then the team goes and they know, okay, they figure out, they're waiting for it. They go, okay, that Hail Mary's go. Doesn't bother us, right? But then we'll switch it up. We'll say, okay, we'll chase. We're going against a coach, and I know he's been breaking down these games. Let's trap eyes. In this press right here, and it's really simple, right? This is does anybody press? Does anybody out here press other than Randy? Okay, so we're all press. So we've got here. So in this press right here, ball comes in. Go ahead. We have a controller, right? So he's controlling this whole deal. He's trying to get this guy to go full speed. Here's what we've done. So what Vance would do is Vance would say, go up that sideline, chase, and go, and then cut him off, right? We kind of switch this up. We feel that when the ball's on the right side and that guy goes up, right, we'll trap with that guy. Because we go against too many fast guys. If James got and Jalen, if they got this ball and they can get a half step on this guy and leave him behind, and that guy will never catch up. So on the right side, a lot of the times when we teach this to start, now we'll change it all up, especially when we play Craig in 3 weeks. We'll go in the beginning just to teach these guys, these 2 guys right here. Are you the middle guy? You're the middle guy. Who's the back? Who's the taker? 1 more white. So we'll go and we'll trap with our middle guy. Our alignment is a 2-1-2, right? Vance and I get into arguments every time he goes, you still running a 2-1-2? Yeah, I think it's better than the 2-2-1 because you're already, as soon as the ball comes in, that guy's already at the midline. So that's why we do the 2-1-2, okay? This is a taker. This guy's got the easiest job. When this guy screws up, we're in big trouble. All he's got to do is take this side away. That's a 1 pass we just don't want to give. Any other pass across the court, we're good with. Okay? Now on the rotation, when we start this thing off, we won't take this thing away. Sometimes we will. If that's a point guard, we'll take it away. But let's say we don't take it away. Whomever the top guy is, pass it back. That's the guy who takes this guy. Okay, just because he's in bill. I'm chasing this guy, he passes, I got this guy, I jump in to help. The top guy actually has the vision to take off over the top, he goes that way. Does that make sense? Is anybody, any questions so far? Okay, let's go back Take it out, go to the left side. Now, if it goes to the left side, we got pressure here, and he goes up the sideline. We chase. We chase on the left side. Why? Because I want a guy with his left hand dribbling for his life, going up the left side of the floor with somebody chasing him.
Say the ball handler is left. Do you then apply the different principle on the right side?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. In theory, we do. We played against the lefty last weekend, and all it takes is, raise your hand, all it takes is one guy, well, two guys, one guy to forget that he's left-handed and then go and jam him up on the left side. You know, it's, yeah, we in theory, we do, okay? But that's just this part right here, you can get some mileage from. Just this part. You're stopping a right-hand guy from going full speed here, trapping his eyes. You're chasing a right-hander going full speed with his left hand. And we don't care if we trap him all the way down where fall is. We don't care. We'll just chase him. So that taker becomes a reader, and now he's got to be in the middle. So let's go back here. Let's say you caught him. Let's say you caught him. Okay, here's one of the biggest things with, and this is the stuff we work on a lot. Every single one of our players who's trapping has to be on that side of the midline. That's the hardest part. Every single player has to be on that side of the midline. If the ball goes back to Vito, every single player has to be in these two boxes. Volleyball line to midline, midline to volleyball line. Every single player has to be in these two. Just that alone will slow down a team. Just that alone. Okay? So this is kind of, and then you got, you know, the volleyball court is like, it's great because any flashes, no passes can come into this volleyball lane. No passes at all. Are they going to happen? They're going to happen. The biggest thing is, if you commit to this thing, the biggest thing is you almost don't care when they break it. And we tell our guys, you are going to do this 8 out of 10 times and you're not going to get a turnover against a good team. And then you're going to get 4 in a row. And then you're going to get a timeout and their coach is going to go, what the hell are you guys doing? And then you're going to go another 8 possessions. And we kind of say, you know, it's the wide receiver, right, who's got to run that route, you know, 10 times in the first half without getting it, but then he gets the Hail Mary and he gets the 6 points and he's a hero. That's how you have to think about this when you're pressing. And a lot of these guys, this year, more than any other year, we're completely interchangeable. So that helps too, but I think a lot of your high school teams are like this where, you know, this guy, and we've never had it before, and Kenyon, stand up. This guy, these two guys are as fast as these two guys. And they can move and cover the same amount of ground. So we're playing this last weekend, you know, Kirby goes, head of the field, dunk. He stays up now. He's one of these guys. That's something that we've never been able to do. Okay, so that's going to be really different. It's going to be really hard for these other teams because these guys are all basically the most interchangeable team I've had, especially with this foot speed. And they have the basketball. They have a good grasp of what we're trying to do here to speed guys up. And that's all we're trying to do is trying to speed guys up. Right? We're playing against a team like Craig's team. You let those guys set up every single time, it's going to be they're going to give you a clinic. They will dice you apart. Okay? I can't let them. I have to buy some time. I have to take 10 seconds out of this whole possession. And maybe that 10 seconds is one reversal, and they don't get 3 reversals. God, that's a lot. I like my chances a lot better not having to guard this guy half court for 3 reversals. And then, you know, you get them frustrated. And, you know, a turnover, guy's in his own head. Now there's a little pressure on the whole thing. But again, those are the harder teams to play with because he's teaching his guys how to play half-court offense and how to get open, and it does translate to that full-court stuff because there aren't any plays. It's the teams like Coach Emilio had that this just destroys because they're robots. It's A to B to C, A to B to C to D. And if you do this, if you want to press, you almost have to have a motion offense. You cannot go either or. You can't press and then set up and run a horns play every single time. It doesn't make any sense. So that's the whole commitment. Is it's like literally you have to step back on this. You have to teach your team how to play, how to think quickly and properly. And they're the ones that are making decisions. We always say, take the coaching out of it. I want to coach you guys Monday through Friday. On Saturday, you're on your own. And when we went down last year, we won the state championship. It was the first time in the state championship game, and I don't think this will ever happen again, I didn't call one timeout in the state championship game. There wasn't one adjustment that we're there. You guys see it, you guys fix it. And these guys were coming to the basket, coming to the bench, and we sub in 5 on 5 and 5. You know, we get a lot of crap for it, right? We get a lot of crap for subbing 5 and 5. It's not orthodox, it's not basketball. But we send more Division I guys than double the next junior college in the state. But we get a lot of crap for it. And, you know, a guy like this guy right here, raise your hand, Amari, we talked about it. He's been at 2 junior colleges. He's been in the National JUCO, and he was at Alameda, played for Gary Payton last year, okay? He'll get out of here because what we're doing with him is we're going to showcase him at 100% playing defense for 94 feet. And some Division I's going to come in and go, I need that guy. And he can't do that playing 35 minutes a game. He just can't. He can look great coming off every single ball screen in the world, but he's in a category with thousands of other kids under 6 feet tall. But what we can do, and why he's here, and I've recruited him for 3 years. He went to 2 other places first, but we didn't stop. He's here now. What we told him is, we can make you look really good here on this side of the court that nobody else can do. And we did it with the kid, Darion Tremmel. Does anybody remember Darion Tremmel? Darion played at SI. And his coach, Rob Marcoletti, was really good friends. I played high school basketball with him. We would go to his game, and he had a guy named Ren Robinson and Darion Tremmel, and they would run back to the top of a 2-3 zone, and they both high-five each other, and they touched the court. And he had 2 of the quickest guys at the top of a 2-3 zone. And we gave him so much crap, like, you had these guys, and you didn't, like, win everything? And Darion Tremmel is a guy like this guy where we would change, if you have a kid like this guy is really good, we might trap and let it get back to his guy and then just stick. You just say stick. And that guy's got to bring it up against this guy. As long as he doesn't foul and he learns how to not to foul, it's a mine. It's messed up. So again, if you could sell your guys, and they're super unselfish, to play as hard as you can for 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes max, it's going to be tough if they kind of know what they're doing out here to beat you. If they have that mentality. They have to have that mentality. They have to buy in to the whole thing. And all these guys are the best players on their basketball teams. All these guys. And they've been used to playing 35 minutes. But they come here and they kind of give it up, and it's fun. And I mean, we played in this weekend, and there were 16-minute halves, and these guys were dead after 3 minutes, and it was like, I need to get out after 3 minutes. But if you know, it's a fun way of playing. You got to have a lot of confidence and teach them how to play basketball, and then you got to sit back. And a lot of the coaching, if you're going to do this, is on film, because if you're in practice, you cannot stop practice. Practice is like this, and it's competitive. And again, just that half-court drill right there, it kind of like makes my skin crawl because we're not going up and down. Any questions on this? I know I just gave you kind of a skeleton of this press, but this is, just think about those 2 concepts. The ball comes here. You need to get this guy going full speed. Trap him as he's going right with the guy from the top. If he goes left, trap him with the guy who's chasing him. And you'll get mileage out of that alone. Any other questions? Yeah, get 2 more guys out here. Get a nickel. Let's go. 2 more guys deep. Okay, let's bring it in. 2 dribbles up. Come back here. Go. Boom. 2 dribbles up. Boom. Stop. So you see how the top guy rotates over, okay? That guy just was a taker, so he's up and in the lane taking. This guy was basically at that midline. He's called the teaser. He's just teasing that long pass. And again, they'll make one of those. They'll get one of those. That's fine. They're going to throw 3 of them out of bounds doing it again, okay? Ball comes over here. Let's stop right here. Let's say we stop right here. Ball goes over here on that long pass. Kirby's got to, and this is where the tape comes in. Kirby's got to make a decision. If he's going to go, he'll see him coming, but we're kind of trapping eyes. Guy's probably a pretty good basketball player, kind of knows he's coming. A lot of guys will just kind of get into this, line of the ball, and then they'll go when Nick gets a real hard pressure. Ball comes back over here. Let's say it was reversed right here, and we're on ball side, and ball goes there. This is called a vert trap. This is automatic vert trap. Free trap. We don't care if he throws it back. Now they got 6 seconds to get it across half court. We get this trap here. He's making a decision. Usually we'll stop the middle guy. Sometimes, if James goes, if one goes, everybody's going. So Marcus has got to go. And then we leave that button. And where are you? Taker. Yeah, I thought you were going somewhere else. So here's the only problem with this is if they have a little big point guard, if they have a small point guard like this, he's going to try to dribble through the 2 guys. That's what they're anticipating. If they got a big, just switch with him, switch, back up 2 steps. If they got a big point guard like this guy's going to put it in behind, he's going to try to hit that pass. So they got to, we watch on film, who we got, big point guard, small point guard, what's he do? And then we kind of look at the tendencies. You know, the thing with pressing is you don't get a lot of tape on guys getting pressed. That's the problem because not a lot of guys do it. So you just have to go with the tendencies. We kind of go big guy, small guy, that big guy. You know, Marcus has got to be careful because he's coming up here. He's a big guy. And then, you know, those guys, how good can they trap? You know, those 2 guys are really tough. You put Kenyon in there. Kenyon switch with Kirby. You know, Kenyon probably had 6 steals just on last Sunday alone, just being in the front. He scores, he turns around. It allows him to stay up. He gets to call whatever press he wants. I let them call the press. We have 5 different presses. They get to call whatever they want. They might want to go diamond. They might want to go diamond gold. They might want to move it back a little bit. They might want to go face guard, whatever they want to do. I don't care. It's better for me because if they call it, then it's kind of like it's on them. And then I'll just fine-tune it in the film room, and we'll just keep going and going. And they'll communicate. They'll look at the guy behind and say, hey, look, should I go get that trap? And a lot of our tape is guys like this, like, call me up, call me up, call me up, let me go. And so it's, you know, it took a long time because we just started with that first press. And we did that for a year and just kind of ran it out of there. And then what we did is we took that alignment, get back into that alignment. So there's a couple things you could do here. And let's say, who's go, black, come out here, you're off. Put him here. You're off, right? This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring a 3rd guy up here. Let's go 3rd guy, you're up here. So if they bring kind of a 3rd guy up here, which a lot of teams do, that's okay. It's the exact same rules. We just let the ball come in. So let's go flash up there. Go get it. Boom. Here we go. What are we doing? Jordy, okay. You're gonna pass him off, what are you gonna do? You got him? Okay, so Nick knows exactly what he's got to do right now. If his guy took off. A lot of times they'll pass him off and go Nick, and he'll kind of take this outside guy. But if, let's say you stay up there. You stay up there, Mark. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we do. We need another. Yeah, go right here. You're the middle guy. Sorry. I kicked you off. I thought, yeah. So they can pass each other off. Ball can come in. It's all the same rules. Right? Go back there. Pass it back there. What happens now? You're going to get him? We're going to move over. And Elliot's going to tell him, I got here. Pass it up there. What are you going to do? Vert trap. It's automatic vert trap. Let's go right here. Let's go this way. Go back. Okay? If he starts dribbling up, let's say he starts dribbling up this side, and there's a little flood here of guys. What are you going to say? Blast them, go. Boom. If they're really close to each other, we allow them to just go and we just say, hey, blast it. If they're really close. It doesn't happen often. Usually they kind of spread you up. If they bring 4 guys up, let them get the ball in. Let them break on their little press break. Move the alignment back. Let's go get a nickel, bring 4 guys up, get in the alignment, and just stay in the alignment. Back up. You the top guy? You're here? Okay, boom. They bring 4 guys up. We'll just stay like this. Ball comes in. Let's go. What are we in? They just got to get into the box and figure it out. Who do you have, Jordy? No, you don't. Yeah, there you go. Jordy's new. So Jordy wasn't with us last year. He's still learning this stuff. But it's right here. And then go ahead, dribble right at it. Go dribble at Nick. Let's go dribble at Nick. Nick goes. Maybe he goes for this jump switch, and we fly switch it. Boom. Just like that. If they can't get that trap, they'll just fly switch. We do a lot of fly switches in the back end where you're chasing a guy. Ball right here. Okay, go all the way down. You're chasing a guy, and he got you beat, right? They'll just point to each other and here, and that guy's got to be on that baseline. And the fly switch is, you want to promote as much fly switching as possible. And the fly switching that we just did there is no different than that 4-on-4 drill that when you say, boom, it goes here, go, and I got to touch this, and this guy's coming down, and I got to go and see it and fix it. And it's a lot of communication from the back guys to do all this stuff. But again, they're kind of on their own. You spend a lot of time with it. We switch up the alignments. We switch up what we're going to do, who we're going to press, where we're going to trap. And again, and then a lot of times we'll just stick, and we won't. We'll just, okay, we got the matchup we want. Because if you go, and I'll give you this, Kenyon, take the ball out. Even though Kenyon's good. Vito, you're off. Take the ball out, come back. Nickel, too deep. A lot of times, and I mean, it's amazing, we were in a state championship, and there was a guy who was like Coach Emilio, everything was controlled, and every single time there was a made basket, who took the ball out? Their big guy. The big guy couldn't dribble a lick. Ball comes in, double team right away, go back. Top guy's our guard, our best defender. Stick. And, I mean, we got 2 10-second calls, burned 2 timeouts on this guy. The guy was all flustered. And then he had to change and have someone take out the ball. And that's a big thing for a control freak, right? He didn't like that in his last game. But again, when if you're scouting a team and a big guy takes out the ball, it's so simple to just get the ball back in his. You can manipulate this in 2 seconds. You can get into a diamond, go into a diamond, get right there, go, take it out. Go right here, double team, get here. Don't let anything come back. Go back, deny. I mean, and let him go up, bring the ball up the floor. I mean, we still get that. Every once in a while, they have a big guy taking the ball out. And when these guys get really good, they'll be yelling the stick out. And again, in practice, what happens is if a guy's not a great ball handler, and it's tough sometimes, but if a guy's not a good ball handler, they'll, like Jalen maybe, let's say, he'll get the ball and then everybody yells stick. And it's like, oh, fuck, are you guys doing this to me? So, and then they get to, then that guy's like, I'm going to try to prove something. I got to make the right play here, puts pressure on him, and we're working on ball handling. We're working on all that stuff. Okay, you can't foul in the backcourt, though, if you're going to do this. That's the biggest thing. And that's the hardest thing with these guys is they play really hard. If they foul back here, which last weekend, we fouled a lot in the backcourt. If they foul, you got nothing. If you don't foul, you can really get someone going. Any questions?
Go a little bit more over on how you approach teaching with film rather than during the practice.
Yeah, so we break down. So the question, how do we go go teaching with film. Everything is on film. So we.
But is it more like you come in as a group, you send it out individually?
No, what we do is it's really simple. We film every practice, starting on the first practice. And it just starts with, we use this film game breaker, sports code game breaker, and I just make 4 buttons. Good offense, good defense, offense adjustments, defensive adjustments. And we'll do that for 1 month. So they get to see what's really good, what's good on offense, and then what's the offense adjustments. In the offensive adjustments, what we'll show is, we'll show Jalen taking a shot when James is wide open over there. And we'll talk about it. Is that the best shot for us? Okay, yeah, Jalen, that's a good shot for us at the end of the shot clock if it goes inside out. We'll show how productive we are getting the ball in the post. Then we'll show all the misses here. We'll show the blow-bys out here. The three on the ball is, terrible 3. You can't have 3 guys on the ball. You can't have 3 guys behind the ball, or it screws everything up. So we'll just keep showing that. So it's literally those 4 things. And we always say, when I'm talking to James, I'm talking to everybody else, because you're all going to be in this position, because these guys are all interchangeable. They're completely interchangeable. There's no, that's the other thing. We do have position lists. It's not center. I mean, Kenyon handles the ball. He's allowed to take it up. Kirby's really good at taking the ball up the floor. We're good with that. So that's the film part. And we always say, hey, Jalen, don't let him over the top. We'll show you that tomorrow on film. And that's how we do our film. All of September, all of October. We start at 11:30 film, and we start practice at noon. So it's probably, I'd say it's about 30 clips a day. 30 clips a day.
Percentage-wise, your practice is an hour. How much time do you practice press?
The press is.
Do you have a fail-safe abandonship if this happens to get that?
This year, honestly, not to tip my hat, because this guy's sitting right here. We play him in our second game. This is a team we're going to press on misses. So that's the first time we've ever done it, and we're experimenting that. So we're pressing. We have one little set in. We're playing with a press 80% of the practice. And the press is about our warm-up. A lot of it's press warm-up. That was kind of an offensive warm-up that you saw. A lot of it is a press warm-up, or we'll just go continuous 4-on-4 just to half court, next group on, just to get, and it's fun. I think Rich has seen it a couple times. It's something we're doing. We're really committed to the press this year. We're going to press again on misses, and it's been working for us. It's been working for us. Yeah, but it's a lot. But these guys like playing it. That's the fun part. Any other questions? Our practice time is 12 to 2, Monday through Friday. You just give us a heads up when you're coming so I don't kick them out, because that's happened before. But you guys can come to our practice, and you'll see some of this stuff. You'll see a lot of this warm-up stuff. And, these guys, our practice is 12 to 2, but the last half hour is just shooting. If you're pressing, you don't have to go that long. Any other questions? All right, thank you so much. Thanks for coming. Thanks, guys. You guys, let's get a huddle over here. That's a good job.